So I was in the privy this morning, changing clothes because there's so many people, and I thought it smelled in there. And then I put my shirt on, and I couldn't even smell the privy. Yeah, pretty rough. I'm planning on going over Belvedere in just a few minutes. I hear the fire tower lost its top, but I'm going to climb up in there anyway and look around, and then try on go ahead and go past Corliss, and you can see on these maps. Then it's kind of a downhill slide all the way to 15. I may have to go into 15 this afternoon. It's because I'm losing all my power. So I'd like to go in there, charge everything up, and then head back in. But of course, we'll see how it goes. I still have enough food for today and tomorrow. Pretty iffy on tomorrow. But yeah, that's my plans. First thing in the morning. Let's see how it goes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that moose tracks? I mean, they're too big for deer. I think that's moose tracks. Yeah, okay, a quick history of Vermont. By the way, this area over here is Eden, and then Johnson's over there. That spreads out a little bit. I'll be going down here, go across those two mountains. I think that's Whiteface over there. And then on those big ones, I don't know if you can see them in the clouds over there. Yeah, I'll be walking on those too eventually. I think Lake Champlain is over there. But anyway, Vermont was named from the French for Mont Vert, or Mount Green, or Green Mountains. And this area of the Appalachians is also the Green Mountains. I just came over this hill and that hill and that hill, and then down that hill, and then back over those hills. I think it's Jay's Peak right there. And then that area over there is New Hampshire. But anyway, so that's where it got its name. Originally, Champlain, who was discovering all of Canada, came down and found that lake, Lake Champlain. At the same time, Henry Hudson was coming up from the south, came up past Lake Champlain and was following the rivers on up the Great Lakes, that area. And so this area was anybody's land, really, between the French from one side and the English from the other side. And that's why, kind of why, Vermont was not one of the original 13 colonies. Ethan Allen tried to get us to accept Vermont, but the problem with Ethan Allen was he had been fighting with the New Yorkers, which Champlain is the border for New York, was fighting for the New Yorkers because he had land rights out here given to him from Connecticut, which New Hampshire and New York didn't really like. So he was fighting them, and he actually got some guys called the Green Mountain Boys. This is 5 years before the Revolutionary War. And he would be fighting and harassing these guys to keep them out of Vermont and keep his land rights while he farmed. Later, as it got closer to the Revolutionary War, here's Ethan Allen with a group of guys called the Green Mountain Boys, and they decide they're going to go to Lake Champlain and get Fort Ticonderoga. And on the way there, they met a guy named Benedict Arnold, who was coming up from Massachusetts, and he wanted to be in charge, but of course Ethan Allen wouldn't let him because none of his boys wanted to fight for him, and he had more troops than Benedict Arnold, so Ethan Allen was the man. They got there while everybody was sleeping at the fort and took over the fort. And then they used those cannons and went down, took the cannons back across these Appalachian, the Green Mountains here, and was able to used them on Boston and forced the English out of Boston. So that was the beginning of the Revolutionary War. You know, it lasted 8-10 years. So anyway, that's how Vermont got its name. Look to my left. I love rock. Right by this tree. Cool. Love it. Well, day 4 is dragging along. It's real pretty though. Some real pretty steps. I just looked down, I'm headed toward Devil's Gulch. There's a big pond right over there. And if you see, oh, there's my bottle right after it. I gotta go down, get my bottle. Shit. Let me get that. Oh, I got my bottle back. Some of the hikers I spent the night with last night said that there was a place to go swimming. And yeah, if I can find one, I'm gonna do it. Like I say, there's a nice lake right through those trees, which you can't see, there's too many bushes, but I'm wondering if this trail will get me any closer to it. It doesn't look like it will, but they said there was a nice place, so we'll see. There's Devil's Gulch. Still got about 7 miles to go. Today, it's noon. Best get my butt moving. Devil's Gulch is definitely pretty. It's got some nice block, tons of ferns on these. See, it goes way on back, tons of ferns up there. And we're walking right by all this. And we just goes right on over. So originally somebody said something about peregrine falcons along here, but this seems a little low for peregrine falcons. This gulch, Devil's Gulch. So, who knows? And there it is, decisions. I have to go on 6.6 miles to Corliss, I think. I need to keep pushing. Just getting a little long in the day, a little tired, that's all. We'll see. Trying to slow it down a little bit. They got a 1,200 foot climb across Butternut. Got about 5.5 miles to go to the shelter on the other side of Butternut. It's a steady move that way. Oh, steady move that way. So I'm trying to take a break for a few minutes, just rest a little, and then I'll keep on going. Beautiful, beautiful. I just went through Devil's Gulch. I don't care if you're religious or not, you need to go by down there and see that. It's nice. Yeah, we'll see. Trail's pretty nice so far. Beautiful. I gotta hold it or it'll fall over because I'm on a hill. Getting mountain house tonight. I'm gonna boil that water and throw it in. This is my cold brew for the morning. So I put some more water back in there. And just take this pouch here and throw it in, and I'll leave it till in the morning. Well, we don't kick it over or something, it should be okay. More trash. And this is in the pouch. Before I stirred it up, it's sitting there waiting. Well, my feet were really wet. I've been using the salve on them now. They look much better. My toe tips on both feet are a little sore, not bad. I think that's one reason I stopped a little early. It was 5-ish. And trying to get my feet back. And I just pulled off the trail just before Corliss and the top of hickory nut, or butternut. And I just strung up in a tree. I'm not using a tarp tonight because it's not supposed to rain. Ooh, let's see how that works out, huh? And so I'm just camped out here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. This was day 4, day 5.